Well, welcome to the Anti-Diet Meals with Farah Kariamburi. I'm your host, Deepak practitioner, keynote speaker, and the original founder of the 30-Day Anti-Diet Challenge. So, welcome to my kitchen, and today we're making some baked sweet potatoes with whatever filling that you would like to put in it. So, I'm going to show you some mince filling with the cheese on top. So, sweet baked potatoes, super simple to do. You get two, or however many you want. Give them a really good wash, scrub them. Then place them in a baking tray. You don't need to cover them, okay? I don't know what you've heard in the past, but you don't need to actually cover them. I'll show you. I just have a baking parchment or foil. Place the potatoes on that. Make sure you prick them in case they burst into your oven, because if the steam gets too much, it gets too hot in there, it could possibly end up like that. We're going to get them out in a second. So they've been in the oven for 35 minutes. So it's around 30 to 60, depending on how big they are. Mine are kind of quite small, kind of medium-sized potatoes. With that, we're going to be serving, I've got some turkey mince which has been left over from another day. I'm going to heat that up, make it a little bit more spicy, and pop that in it with the cheese, and then back in the oven for 10 minutes. And then here we have a pot, and we're going to cook some shredded kale. Shredded kale? Yes, shredded kale. So in it have 2 cloves of garlic. We're going to add a kind of a teaspoon of coconut oil in that. Here's a coconut oil purchased from Aldi, really good quality, most competitive price I've found, really good. And then you've got the whole bag of kale that's gonna just make sure that the garlic is starting to brown before you actually pop that in there. There's no need for massive spices in it, by the way. It literally is kale's its own taste, and the coconut will give that flavour beautifully. So let's just let the garlic sizzle for a few seconds before we add this to it. There we go. Actually stuck to my jumper. And don't be starting to cook the whole thing, because it does reduce down quite a lot. As you can see, I'm making the whole thing, because I can always have it at lunch tomorrow. Saves me making new vegetables. Smells really nice in here. Now you can season it if you want to, but I don't put anything in it really. A little bit of salt maybe if you want to put. But look at that beautiful bowl of green. Isn't that amazing? Such a lovely, easy vegetable to cook, but you have to like it. Some people do not get on with kale really well. Just a little salt there, but you might be fine. I'm okay with it, so I'm having it. So that's cooking away. I wanted to show you a couple of things actually. I bought from Marks & Spencer these today. So this is a rose harissa paste that actually spices up your food. And this one is a new one. I've seen it in a lot of recipes that I follow or I watch on YouTube. It's called Chipotle. Chipotle, so it's a chili, a type of chili, and that's made into a paste. So I've purchased both of these today. I want to share it with you. So definitely they stay for 4 weeks once open, and you can use a teaspoon of this to really spice up some of your food, especially beans and things like that. Really, it's going to give it a really good kick. I've seen it in a lot of bean recipes. So I'm going to use today Chipotle, just to this to use. I'm going to warm up my mince. Just going to put the kale here on its own, because it doesn't really need my attention anymore, apart from just turning it over a few times. It's just going to reduce in size, and that'll be it really. It's already reducing in size. Okay, so in this pan you're going to just, you don't have to heat up anything. This has already been cooked. Now if you were making mince, then you could always make that separately, but I'm just going to pour this out like this. I'm going to add a teaspoon of chipotle chili in this. Never find teaspoons in our house. There we go. There it is. It's like a jam almost. It's a bit like tangy, tamarind. Oh, it's definitely hot. Back off my throat, it has given it a little kick. Okay. Obviously, you'll have your exhaust fan on when you're cooking this. If I put that on, you won't be able to hear me, so I'm not going to put it on. So just cooking down the kale. I'm going to cover it up in a minute because there's no reason for the nutrients to be flying away. Going to cover that up. Done. And here we're cooking some, making sure we have different pans. So we're just cooking away our turkey mince that we're going to add to our jacket potatoes, which I'm going to bring out in a second. So jacket potato and potato, I've done a whole episode on that, by the way, in the past. So if you ever want to check out my podcast, it's Farah Kariamburi, the Farah Kariamburi Show. Check out, and I've actually spoke about the potatoes and sweet potatoes, and the differences between is very minimal, by the way. If you've been brought up with the belief that sweet potatoes are better than the other potatoes, then you really need to justify the argument, because there's no such thing to tell you that, really. They actually both have just different fiber, carb content, and also the minerals in it and vitamins. They both are good for you, so try and have both of them in your week. Buy both of them in your shopping. There we go. So this is just heating up nicely. I want it to be nice and kind of hot, because when it goes into jacket potato, it needs to have a really fiery taste to it. I like that way. You don't have to have it that way. Okay, we're going to bring out the jacket potatoes to show you what they look like. Here we are. So we have got 2 jacket potatoes, and you only know when they're cooked. Make sure you use a cloth or something. So they were not covered up, by the way. They don't need to be. Really easily, the knife is going through that. There we go. And you're just going to, what we're going to do is get them on a plate, or leave it here, and fluff them up so there's some gaps. And we'll make up, almost open up the bed, make up a little bed, and then you're going to add your fillings to that. You can actually use a cloth to also squeeze it, to release the juices on the side. And then you're going to use your knife and fork to just open up. Remember, there's stickiness that's going to be leaked out in the process of cooking. So you're just mashing that sweet potato down a bit. Taste it. Just like a sweet potato will taste. And then there's the other one here. So that's the size, which you will probably have. Try and go for not massively, because the size of the jacket potato is the size of your hand. So if you think it's too big, maybe cut it in half or 3/4. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to just add. That mince is now warmed up. So this was leftover mince, right, from one of the meals. You can add things to it, like black beans, to just give more fiber. Now you can add this to your, trying to see if you can see it. You can put some butter on it before. I can't see any reason for doing that, because there is enough fat in the mince, but you can do it if you wanted to. Now I'm going to scoop a nice generous amount that you'll need as your protein requirement for the day. And the vegetable that we're going to serve with is the kale. So we're going to put all of that mince in there. I haven't tried the chipotle in the mince. Really nice, flavoursome. Literally tasting. It's hot. And then to this, you can add a little bit of cheese. If you're vegan, vegetarian, remember the mince can be soy mince. And again, vegan cheese if you want to add. Again, I'm not going to put a lot of cheese in it because there's no need. But this is my healthy fat. So I'm choosing, rather than using butter, I'm having the cheese to sprinkle on top, just for a bit of crunch. You can serve it with a bit of avocado as well, by the way, as your healthy fat. That's it. That's those back in there. We're going to check on the kale in a minute. So here they are. Too sweet baked potatoes with turkey mince and some cheese. In there goes. Oven's already hot because we just took it out. And then we just go back to our kale. Now, if you haven't cooked kale before, you may be like a bit wary. But the thing is, if you don't try something new, how are you going to know about it? You're not. So you need to try it and see what you think of it. Because I covered that up, by the way, it's going to make it a bit more, there's more moisture in it. Make it a bit more softer, because some people don't like it crunchy. You can also bake this. One of my clients actually makes kale chips. Joy, if you're watching, say hello. Let me know in the comment below, guys, what are you cooking for your dinner today? We're coming to an end of the week down. Well, it's been 1 week since the lockdown now. Today is 1 week. It's quite hot in jumper, and also I have a leggings that come up to here. But went for a lovely walk at Caldecott today with one of my clients. Beautiful walk. Had a really, really enjoyable, fantastic conversations. So I'm still in the same outfit. So there it is. It's still really green. And this is done, by the way. You don't have to cook it anymore now. Just to try it. Beautiful. You can put a bit of lemon juice if you want to. You really taste the garlic there. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper to it, actually. A tiny bit of salt as well. I think because I had the chipotle, I tasted the chipotle, I can't actually taste the seasoning in this. Give it a good mix. It's a nice bit of veg. This is a whole packet. Could actually just do for 2 people, by the way, easily. Because half of your plate wants to be vegetable at least. Rainbow colours, meaning more different colours on there rather than just one colour. So that's added to that. So our baked potatoes shouldn't take any more than, since the cheese is melted, you're actually ready to eat. So that's all you need. So do try out these hot chipotle. This is not available in Aldi. I have looked at it. I would know about it. This is for Marks, but I think Sainsbury's will do that, and also Morrison's will do this. This is rose harissa. Bring it down next to the camera so you can see it. Rose harissa is hot, but it's not not fiery hot. Like, it's red peppers. Let me tell you what's in it. Red peppers, rapeseed oil, lemon juice, dried red peppers, red chili puree, rose petals, crushed red paprika, garlic puree, smoked chili, coriander. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's try this one. Oh, I love it. I could just eat it like that. But again, it's not hot, like I can manage it. So these 2 are my new little ingredients. Like, get so excited getting new spices. Spices can literally change the way your food tastes. So here we're creating an anti-diet meal, meaning your kids can eat this food, your husband can, and so can you. You don't need to cook a separate meal for yourself. Why? Because it's got everything in it. It has the carbs as the sweet potato. It has mince with your protein. It has the cheese as your healthy fat. Small amount of cheese, because cheese will have 9 calories per gram versus carbohydrates, which are 4. Okay, so that's why we use small amounts. We use a thumb size. But then you've got the greens with all your vitamins in it. So you've got a real good combination of food. If you eat like this, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel great. Your skin's going to look better. Your hair's going to grow. You're just you're going to keep the weight in check by eating foods like this. So there's no dieting here, like I said. And I hope you're enjoying these anti-diet meals. If you've missed any of those, I think I'm on my week 3 or 4. I can't quite remember. So I've made quite a few now. All of these videos are on my YouTube channel, which is Farah Kariamburi. Kariamburi. Farah, F-R-A-H. So if you want to go and watch any of the previous ones, please go and watch them. Do give me a like and subscribe to the channel. It's quite a new channel and it's a new concept. But the whole idea is to help you in the house to create dishes that you can cook easily, firstly. They're quick because you're a professional woman and you haven't got time to be running around creating some intricate dishes which require a long period of time with a list of spices that you just lose heart before you start. And they actually serve your goal. Kind of that's very important factor. And your family likes them too, hopefully. Let me know in the comment below if you've made any of the dishes. If you do try them in future over this weekend, do let me know. And so I can, and also let me know what else would you like to know. Maybe you have a burning question about any of the nutrition question that you may have, about your health. Do come forward and let me know. Here it is, guys. So this is it. Sweet jacket potato. Just jacket potato will take longer, but you could just put them in the oven and go off and carry on doing your work, which is what I did, and then come back and finish it off. Now, what other fillings could you have? The other fillings I would recommend are black beans, maybe. Black beans cooked with chipotle or some kind of a harissa paste. You could add those, and then a little bit of cheese on top, a bit of avocado on top. You could add, like I said, soy mince in this. You could have jacket potato. It's like the carb with anything that you've cooked chicken. If you've cooked chicken in some kind of you do need some kind of a sauce to it. A little bit too much dryness, and that might be too dry. So you do need some kind of sauce to this. But this is all ready to go. So I'm going to plate this up. The kale is cooked. Everything's done. Gently lift it out of the dish, making sure that you're not burning your hands in the process. There is quite heavy. Now this is going to fill you up, so it should. You want to be filled up, and then we're going to pop the tail. And here it is, my baked sweet potatoes with kale. How pretty does that look? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you think that looks pretty. I think it does. Come on, you know it does. There we go. You can add a bit more chili on it if you wanted to. Flakes, make it more hotter, a bit of lemon juice if you wanted to. I'm about to tuck in this, guys. Enjoy your dinner, whatever you do this evening, whatever you're having. Let me know in the comment below what you're having. Thank you so much for watching and being with me every afternoon, Monday to Friday. Week 1 of lockdown is done. We survived it. We're adaptable. Take care, guys. See you tomorrow.